The complete history of Japan, from samurai to superpower. Japan, a land of ancient traditions, powerful warriors, and cutting-edge technology. But how did this island nation rise from isolated beginnings to become one of the world's most advanced countries? Let's travel back in time and explore the fascinating history of Japan. The story of Japan begins thousands of years ago. The earliest known inhabitants lived during the Jomon period, around 14,000 BCE. These people were hunters and gatherers, known for their unique pottery, some of the oldest in the world. Later came the Yayuu period, around 300 BCE, when rice farming was introduced from mainland Asia. This changed everything. Agriculture allowed people to settle in villages, and society began to organize itself more clearly. By around the 3rd century CE, Japan started forming early states. One of the first known rulers was Queen Himiko, who governed a region called Yamatai. She was known for her wisdom and leadership. As time passed, Japan began to unify under a central authority. The Yamato clan became dominant and laid the foundation for the imperial system. This is when the idea of the Emperor of Japan first began. During the Asuka and Nara periods, around the 6th to 8th centuries, Japan was heavily influenced by China. Buddhism arrived and became a major religion. The Japanese also adopted Chinese writing, government systems, and culture. The capital city was established in Nara, marking the beginning of a more organized state. Later, the capital moved to Heian, now known as Kyoto. This began the Heian period, often considered the golden age of Japanese culture. During this time, art, literature, and poetry flourished. One of the most famous works, The Tale of Genji, was written during this era and is often called the world's first novel. However, while the imperial court focused on culture, power was shifting elsewhere. By the late 12th century, Japan entered the age of the samurai. Minamoto no Yoritomo became the first shogun in 1192, establishing a military government called the shogunate. From this point on, real power was held by the shoguns, not the emperor. Japan experienced several shogunates, including the Kamakura and Ashikaga periods. During these times, the country faced both internal conflict and external threats. In the 13th century, Japan successfully defended itself against 2 Mongol invasions. A powerful storm, later called kamikaze or divine wind, destroyed the invading fleets and became legendary in Japanese history. The 15th and 16th centuries were marked by chaos and constant war between rival lords, known as daimyo. This period is called the Sengoku, or Warring States, period. Out of this chaos emerged 3 great leaders, Oda Nobunaga, Toyotomi Hideyoshi, and Tokugawa Ieyasu. They worked to unify Japan. Finally, in 1603, Tokugawa Ieyasu established the Tokugawa shogunate, bringing peace and stability for over 250 years. During this Edo period, Japan chose isolation. The country closed its borders to most foreign influence in a policy known as Sakoku. While isolated, Japan developed a unique culture. Kabuki theater, samurai traditions, and arts like calligraphy and tea ceremonies became popular. However, this isolation could not last forever. In 1853, American ships led by Commodore Matthew Perry arrived in Japan, demanding that the country open its ports to trade. Faced with superior military power, Japan was forced to end its isolation. This led to a major turning point known as the Meiji Restoration in 1868. The emperor was restored to power, and Japan began rapid modernization. In just a few decades, Japan transformed itself. It built railways, modern industries, and a strong military. The country adopted Western technology while preserving its traditions. Japan quickly became a powerful nation. It defeated China in 1895 and Russia in 1905, shocking the world. By the early 20th century, Japan had become an imperial power, expanding its influence across Asia. However, this expansion eventually led to conflict. In 1937, Japan invaded China, and in 1941, it launched a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor, bringing the United States into World War II. The war ended in 1945 after the United States dropped atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Japan surrendered, marking the end of World War II. The country was devastated, but this was not the end of Japan's story. Under American occupation, Japan adopted a new constitution, giving more power to its people and renouncing war. Over the next few decades, Japan experienced an economic miracle. Its industries grew rapidly, and it became a global leader in technology, automobiles, and electronics. Cities like Tokyo turned into modern metropolises, blending tradition with innovation. Today, Japan is known for its rich culture, advanced technology, and strong economy. From ancient samurai to futuristic robots, Japan's journey is truly unique. It is a country that has faced challenges, adapted to change, and emerged stronger each time. And that is the story of Japan, a nation where history and modern life exist side by side.